Man, I haven't used this stuff in so long. I keep these handy. And I'm just gonna plop this Johnny right in here and hope this works. Decent. That's gonna be like our line holder. Hoping. Take this bad boy. Punch a hole in it, which this hole is kind of small. I hope it fits on that stick. It's just right there for now. Use that for later. First off, I'm just gonna see if this will fit. It does. It's high key perfect. Awesome. Very good. Alright, so now we're just going to let that monofilament as you can see, it's just chilling in the water. I put it on a stick so it's not going to go floating anywhere. But I got my tag end right here. And I'm actually just going to spool it up. You know, I'm just going to line it all the way up through the guides from the stinking top because I'm lazy and I don't want to to do this later. I just want to get to fishing. Wow. Now this is really important. You don't want to get it twisted up or nothing around the rod because it'll give you a little bit of resistance when you're spooling it up, and you don't want to cast when it's like that either. So just make sure you get through all the guides just like so. And it's pretty much common sense. Yeah, these guides are really small as well, so just want to make sure you get all the way in. This last one. Now this is the most important part. So we're going to take this tag on. Now we just got to feed it through this right here on the Baitcaster. Just like so. And then what I typically do, you know, if I'm at work or whatever, I can kind of tuck that tag end around, grab it with pliers or whatever. But because we're out in the field, we don't got all these tools with us. What I like to do is I just take this tag end and I actually will stick it in the hole on the spool. So you see how I did that? So now I'm gonna make sure that I have enough slack so that it won't come out, and so that when I crank, it's actually gonna bring the line around too. So now you gotta like feed it up here so that this line, because if you make this taut, it's gonna come right out and it's gonna drive you nuts. But you see how the line came back around? Now, just gonna grab it here, just like so. Boom, we're around the spool. That's all we need to do right there. And then I just honestly do just like a clinch knot here, which I put the rod in between my legs because it's kind of hard to hold it and tie the knot. And also just make sure you got enough room. Just give yourself enough line so it's not gonna come undone. But I'll put that in between my legs and do the knot for you. So all you do is it's just like a basic fishing knot, just a little clinch knot. So bring this tag end around 6 times. It's 2, it's 3, it's 4, it's 5, and that is 6. Just like that. Now you take this tag end, go straight through that hole down there underneath the twist. Now this is gonna be hard. I'm gonna bring it up a little bit so you guys can get a view of it. Just like that. I'm taking this tag end right under there, which I'm sure you can kind of see. So I'm pinching it down there and bringing it up. Alright, got that. Now I'm taking the tag end back through the hole that I just made. From the top of the twist to the bottom of the twist. That line's got to go through, boom, just grabbed it and it snatched. You can kind of see the knot forming. And then it's gonna cinch down and clench the spool. All right, man, my legs are getting tense. Whew, that was tough. All right, but that's the hardest part, honestly. Now I'm just gonna make sure, like you can zoom in on this knot. Like, I'm just gonna make sure that this is cinched down on the spool really, really tight, which it already is. Like, this knot is perfect for this. So there's that. I'm gonna trim that tag end so that there's barely even a tag end. Then basically gonna run and gun it. I'm gonna hold some tension up above the guide and then just go to town and get this baby spooled up so we can start fishing. Oh, I missed it. Now you wanna make sure that you actually get the tag end, because if you cut the main line, I promise you will not be happy. They're crawling on me. All right, so now we got that set up. Now I always just make sure that the drag is pretty darn tight, which mine is, just so that that's not gonna kind of cause it to get lopsided at all because of the tension. Because the way that you get this spooled up evenly, like completely even, but a lot of times I'm sure if you're doing this at home, which this used to happen to me all the time, it'd spool up lopsided. It'd be like uneven, it'd drive me nuts. So the way that you eliminate that is just by applying an even amount of pressure on the line while it's being cranked on there. So just like so. Just like that. Now I'm feeling a little bit of tension from where the line's hooked up. So that's good. It's soaking in there. As you can see, it's down there just attached to that stick. Hoping that it's gonna rotate okay on it and it's gonna just kind of be smooth. But we're gonna take a gander. This is the first time I've ever done it. I'm not gonna go super fast because like I said, I'm not sure if that's gonna get tangled up or not, which it kind of feels like it is a little bit, which is not a big deal. I might just go down there and cut off some of this branch. Alright, yeah, because it was getting twisted up on the bark. You don't want that because that'll fray the line, honestly. I mean, this is XT, so it should be all good, but alright. So now we're back in action, baby. Yeah, that's smooth. Oh yeah. So with that stick being a little bit too tall, that was not working just because the line was, as you can see, it was kind of coming up like that, and it was right above that stick where it is at now. But because that stick was a little bit longer, it was just twisting up around the stick. But this is working so phenomenally well, and this is like perfectly even. A lot of people like stopping here, which if you're a beginner, I honestly recommend that you don't over spool or overfill it or keep it high, just because it's a little bit harder to manage. However, I am very particular with my reels, and I love having them pretty high. But this is honestly where I'm gonna stop. It's like right below the bridge there. That's the spool that rotates. So just wanna make sure that you're under that and you're straight. That's perfect amount. Boom. That is perfect. That's how you spool up some Trilene XT perfectly right there, all by yourself, one person. No need to have your kids holding the frickin' spool with a line or with a pencil and all that. No need for that. Toss it in the bathtub, toss it in your pond, creek, whatever.